See, we wanted some more ventilation.
Live after what was a very heated first innings, not just for the temperature that's there outside, but there was an incident that happened in the 19th over which will become a major talking point. And the starting point of that feud, yet again, is the substandard umpiring that is there in the Indian Premier League at this point in time. So, just check if that is the case. But before I come to that innings, okay, Heinrich Klaasen yet again showed his brilliance, 47. That partnership that he had with Abdul Samad. Samad yet again 4 sixes in that knock of 37, ensuring that Sunrisers Hyderabad get to 182 for 6. Fantastic display from the likes of Klaasen and Samad. Their partnership was worth 60. And because of that, look at their score now. Above par?
Above par. No doubt about if Krunal Pandya can generate that kind of spin, the ball was clearly gripping. Well, they have a very good total to play with now, the Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think they've given themselves a very good chance against the Lucknow Super Giants, who, by the way, for starters, as we were talking, look like a much better batting unit than SRH. But the SRH batters can be happy of with the effort that they've put in. Especially as Sidvi just pointed out, Aiden Markram also, by the way, laying a very good foundation with Henrik Klaasen to begin with, and of course Klaasen doing what we were talking about in the pre-show as well. Needed that big score, and that's what he did today. In 29 balls, he got to 47, a strike rate of 162. Playing in the middle overs is always a good strike rate to operate at. And then, of course, he was then given company by Abdul Samad, who, by the way, it reminds me of what Tom Moody had said last time around after he played that match-winning innings against Rajasthan Royals, that this innings may just be a restart for Abdul Samad and could really change things for him, and that's exactly what we saw today.
Yep.
Look at the confidence that one innings has given Abdul Samad, and he's reposed that faith, let's say, that we were talking about in the pre-show as well. He's gone ahead and delivered today, and that's what it happens. That's why they say momentum is key in our game.
Like I said, the light bulb moment. For the batters last game.
But what impressed you most about Samad today? In that game against RR, we all knew that he had to do only one thing. Hit the remaining runs and ensure that they got to victory. But here, he was facing a rather tricky situation. 7.4 overs to bowl. And Samad coming in at that time. So, is he a very, you may say, a well-versed player? He's a very mature player, considering that 37 or 25 balls. He doesn't only know to play bang-bang. He can play according to the situation. Do you think that is the one aspect that impressed you the most?
Yeah. And I mean, because he wasn't doing too well in the beginning of the tournament, you kind of expect that to hammer a player's confidence. And I think that's what happened, because Abdul Samad is batting under pressure. There's no doubt for that. Like Harshit said in the first live, that his role is set. Even if he does, a little bit off from what he's supposed to do, he won't be appreciated. And it's really difficult for Abdul Samad to do what he does. Since he's coming in late, wickets are falling. Although he had a very good foundation to bat on. I think that's what really helped Abdul Samad in the last game as well. I would say what helps Abdul Samad is when the batters from the top do their job, and kind of makes Abdul Samad, it makes his job easier to come in and kind of go in without having too much pressure, without having to think about staying on the crease for too long. He can come in and go bang bang. But like you said, he's also played with a lot of maturity today, that he didn't play any rash shots or didn't give away his wickets. I think it was impressive from Abdul today.
Yeah, he picked his moments to go after the bowling, and that 58 run stand, after Krunal Pandya was on a hat-trick of all people.
Yes, which is what I wanted to highlight over here. When he walked into bat, they were SRH were 115 for 5. So he walked in a rather tricky situation. So it wasn't really, the foundation, as Gargi points out, was there, but you needed a partnership at that point. And look at that. when you look very closely at his numbers, 37 of 25, there were 4 sixes and just 1 4. So the number of sixes 4 times more than the solitary 4 that he got, which also tells you that he was good in terms of converting his ones into twos, and the fact that he picked his moments. Like you said, he picked his moments, and which is why it reflects in that sixes column as well. 4 sixes being hit as compared to just the 1 boundary otherwise. And this is the Abdul Samad we know of. Playing smartly and picking his moment when he can convert, let's say, a full length delivery and really punish a bowler, and which is what he did today.
Yep.
He came into the IPL in 1920. I think that was this season, the 20 season.
You're talking about Samad.
Samad.
18 at that period,
Yeah, so again, what was he all about? He was all about 6 hitting. He was all about giving you the big hits. That's what he did for Jammu. That's what made Irfan Pathan have that confidence in him. He is, remember, is his mentor.
Yes.
Then he plays with somebody, or rather gets trained by somebody like a VVS Lakshman for the longest time, who backed him, who told the franchise that this is a guy we need to back. And now you got a Brian Charles Lara, who also gives him the confidence and backing. And look what one innings has done for him.
Exactly.
So mighty impressed.
Yes.
Mighty impressed.
Mighty impressed, and Lucknow did not help themselves by bowling either too short or just missing the length. Now, this is where I will come to the one major topic before I focus on the other for the remainder of this live. Avesh Khan. 2 overs for 30, and you saw he was in danger of being taken off the attack, bowling full tosses after full tosses or just missing his length. This is a major problem. Come Rahul, hi. Hello. Avesh Khan, 2 overs for 30.
Where's your?
Upstairs.
Huh?
Upstairs.
Where is
We
No, there is.
No, we do have a mic.
we have 4.
So you have an extra mic?
We have an extra mic. It must be somewhere there.
Anyway, for now we'll just manage.
Yeah, it's there. Yep. So, Avesh Khan's 30 runs and that second last over, that set the spark for what was going to be a lengthy, about you may say 6 to 8 minute delay. What happened was, when Avesh Khan bowled a waist high no ball, it was well above the waist.
Absolutely.
Yet again, the umpiring standards. Sorry to
No,
say.
but this is, I think, an issue with the technology. Not because the on-field umpire did give it a no ball.
Yes.
But
It
what
was
is the issue with the technology?
The technology showed.
That was poor judgment from the third umpire.
Yes.
He said on I think one occasion he said that the batsman was crouching and he I think overruled the decision made by the on-field umpire.
Yes.
And then on the second occasion, I think that was the last over, it was given as a wide because it was way over his head, and he said that, and he himself said that the batsman was jumping and still he gave it a fair delivery.
Poor
Very
No, but
poor.
I've not been very impressed this whole IPL with that graphic that comes in and the frames, freeze,
projection.
and then the graphic that comes there which shows the trajectory of the ball. I don't find it accurate, to be honest. And even in that particular instance,
Fair enough.
I think we need to be talking a little more in depth about what exactly happened over there with regards to that particular incident, because there was some sort of disruption from the crowd as well. But having said that, once that frame was freezed over there, to the naked eye, I don't think there was a doubt that there was a no ball there. But what did the trajectory then show? Something else. And it's not happening for the first time. It probably happened for the nth time.
I mean, also the fact that it's always changing. I mean, if the on-field umpire has given it a no ball, then the third umpire will say something like, oh, the batter's crouching or jumping or whatever. If it's not a no ball and the batter reviews, then it's the other way around. There's no set template of what the rules are. I mean, I'm not clear about this.
This is also, and it also tells you, we often speak about the standard of Indian domestic cricket, but this also tells you the standard of umpiring in India, the Indian umpires. There have been a few good umpires, and no umpire in the world I don't think there is an umpire who has not given a wrong decision. But what has happened in this IPL, even in the last IPL by the way, the standard of umpiring has been very poor. If you are getting all the international cricketers and if you say that this is the best league, you need to have the best umpires. Nitin Menon has been pretty good, although occasionally he has also been found wrong on a few occasions, and I think just a few others, maybe Navdeep Singh, he's been fairly okay. Yeah, got it. So lock kar diya? Great, thanks. So yeah, so that's been the case. And also, what happened in that penultimate over when the match stopped for a while?
So what happened was, someone from the crowd threw a piece of plexiglass, and that was what it was done at the Lucknow Super Giants, just above the dugout
It
there.
appeared as if this was some sort of an agitation from the crowd coming in because that no ball was overturned. Because it happened at that very moment.
Yeah.
Klaasen also wasn't happy with the decision, and what happens then? The ball gets bowled, but then just before that, we cut to visuals wherein you see the Lucknow players who were in the dugout. They had to come out of the dugout and be there in the field because there was, and you saw a couple of police personnel as well on the first tier as well. So
And-
there's some sort of a disturbance there.
And if I'm not wrong, Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, this stadium in Hyderabad, it has been shortlisted for the World Cup.
It has.
Great.
I think it wasn't that someone threw a plexiglass from. I'm making this off of the commentator's comment. He said that these dugouts should not be made for temporary purposes.
So what
I think-
Sunny was
yes.
saying on the comms was that he wasn't too happy with the quality of dugouts there because they were tented dugouts, those temporary ones, those the portable ones, let's say.
Yeah.
Unlike, let's say, Delhi or Mumbai, where you have those
Acha.
glass covers as well,
What do you call that? Fiberglass.
fiberglass, something of
Yeah.
that sort. So you don't have those ones over here. You have those big umbrellas of sorts being put
Okay.
together, and then there are chairs that have been.
No, he's absolutely right.
Look at that. No, but there is.
That's what I was saying. Someone threw something and that broke.
The dugout broke, you said.
The plexiglass broke or shattered or something. That's what happened.
Right, because that's what Sunny Ji was saying on the com, that the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium and the Hyderabad Cricket Association can definitely work towards having better quality dugouts over there, and that's something that can easily be afforded.
I mean, that particular disturbance that the crowd had, I mean, you also saw Klaasen and Decock having an altercation. I mean, they were arguing with each other. The Lucknow dugout was really not happy with everything that happened with the crowd disturbance that occurred. So
Lucknow apparently they are not too happy with a lot of things.
Yes.
But what do you make of the score? Because I was watching this. I was driving to office, got late a bit for some reason. But 100. At least they've got something on board. Although Hyderabad, the way they started, the good thing about them was at least until that 12th or 13th over, their run rate was pretty decent.
Yeah.
pretty decent.
Anmol Singh did a very good job opening today because Abhishek Sharma had gone cheaply, and he's really the one who started, building that foundation for Hyderabad.
That partnership between, I think, Aiden Makram and Anmol or Rahul Tripathi.
Rahul and Anmol and then Aiden and Klaasen.
Rahul Tripathi, he's played for India now. He's had a very ordinary season so far.
Absolutely, yes.
Has virtually done nothing, I guess. No.
Just a couple of knocks.
In the RR game, he had one cameo, but apart from that,
Nothing substantial.
Nothing substantial.
Yes. And had it not been for Samad and Klaasen and Samad's partnership.
I think what sort of redeems Rahul Tripathi and will be, let's say, the only redemption for him this season, whatever runs that he's got them in double quick time.
But he's playing one down.
Yeah.
He has to play long innings.
Absolutely.
I understand
that
what you're saying.
The cop is that he had all the time to bat and get that big score, which I wouldn't say eluded him, but he again in that zone of wanting to hit the ball time and time again, he gave away his wicket on far too many.
I think last couple of overs, last 2 overs also, Yash Thakur, and who bowled the last one?
Avesh.
Avesh bowled the penalty mate. Yeah.
and Yash Thakur.
Avesh to.
By the way, Klaasen has given his comment on that.
What's he said?
Disappointed of the other part is self-explanatory.
Nuts and bolts being thrown at the LSG dugout.
Oh.
Yes. And disappointed of the crowd, to be honest. That's not what you want. They also broke the momentum. And he's come out and said, not great umpiring either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
At least he really had the gumption to call what is a spade is a spade. The umpiring has been woeful. As simple as that. And yeah, nuts and bolts been thrown.
That's dangerous.
That's very dangerous. And yeah, the crowd, I mean, the behavior is appalling because, yes, it is bad umpiring, but then that can't be an excuse to vent out
there are ways of showing dissent, let's say, even as crowd. You have chanting that takes place. There are stadiums around the world, across sports, where there is hostility that you see, that they aren't easy stadiums to visit. Yep. You can, let's say, take the example of the Anfield when it comes to football. Look at the Chinnaswamy, look at Wankhede. These are all hostile territories to enter if you're the opposition teams. And you have ways of, voicing your opinion as crowds, but this is no way of showing dissent, let's say, if you're unhappy.
No, but then the bigger question is, nuts and bolts, how did they make it past security?
It comes.
No, they must have picked up
with the chairs and the
exactly.
railings.
Man, then that means extreme anger then to remove the nuts and bolts on the chairs and fling it. Man, that's really
Where is
bad.
it? Why can't I find it?
It's
There.
Second last line.
Right below the thumbnail.
SRH's momentum has broken the myths of that crowd trouble with nuts and bolts been thrown at the LSG dugout.
Oh, over there.
Just about there, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so I think Markram got it wrong. It's not Sanveer Singh. It is Vivrant Sharma who's the impact player. But why was Sanveer given a debut cap?
Did you see that visual though?
Yeah, I mean there was clapping in the huddle and all that.
Understand.
Man,
Last
that's
minute change.
another googly. Another googly that's thrown. But yeah, this.
I wonder if captains are doing it on purpose now.
Well, they have other things to do.
Throw other people. No, part and parcel of the game. Throw the opposition off.
They can do that on the field and not announce it. I mean, really odd kind of a thing because Vivrant is the impact player. Then no place for Sanveer Singh then.
Yeah.
No, who's the impact player?
Vivrant.
Leggy.
Yeah, at the toss it was said Sanveer Singh.
Maybe they had a plan for Sanveer Singh, but then looking at the conditions, they thought Vivrant could come in.
Yep.
Or maybe he got it wrong.
Yeah.
The official team sheet that they must have given to the umpire there.
No, but then he said it at the toss.
That-
Akram as captain said it at the toss. That Sanveer will be in.
But he must have submitted the
Submitted
team
the
sheet
wrong
that
team sheet then, yeah.
now he has.
Perhaps,
That
yeah.
must be easy if Sanveer was already in the squad, but he made a debut today. He got the cap and everything.
So maybe I think they must have
Changed.
messed it up. No, they can't. Once you already submitted the team sheet to the umpires, it's fine unless something happened later.
Something happened, must have happened, something must have happened later. So,
Oh.
Bhuvi getting swing, good swing, 183. I think it is an above par total.
Yeah.
But
Rahul, what do you reckon? We were just having a chat about the score and we were of the opinion that it looks like a competitive, rather winning total. It's an above par total.
I'm going with Hyderabad. It keeps things interesting also.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Said the same thing.
Yep, it will be. Because remember, if Hyderabad win, then they also get to 10 points. The gap between 4th and 9th is just 2 points. Then. And for Lucknow, it is bad news if they lose today because they will then remain in 5th, but they are advantageous. The number of chances that they'll get to reach that top 4, even the top 2, forget the top 2. I think they lose.
Big.
I think they will not get even to the top 2 today if that happens.
Today, if they win,
If they lose, if Lucknow lose, they're not getting to the top 2 even.
you're saying eventually.
Yes.
Eventually. Right?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Then even top 4 seems very dodgy then because
For Lucknow, yeah.
that will be a big
Because
issue.
they would have played 12 and there would still be a couple of teams placed beneath them
Yep.
who would have played a game less, and that would primarily be Punjab and RCB.
Yes. So big chase coming up. Quinton de Kock and Kyle Mayers. As far as I am concerned they have to be the key, along with Nicholas Puran, and you may look at it, Marcus Stoinis. Those four hold the key. And okay, umpiring level still one. By the way, who's the TV umpire? Harshad Binsle. Your guess is as good as mine. It is poor umpiring. Prakasha Singh cost at least 15 runs to SRH. I think yes, a lot more. It was really poor umpiring from the third umpire. So that's okay. Harish Modi said Amit Mishra is throwing the ball on the ground in aggression. He's not a senior player. Mankar taking cash and looking at crowd. Is it right? But I mean, Amit Mishra throwing the ball on the ground in aggression, it's a sign of frustration because of the umpiring. And looking at the crowd, and you can silence he didn't make any obscene gestures or anything. So that was the way it is. The crowd will have a lot of things to, I mean, it will be one of the major talking points, crowd behavior. As Rahul pointed out, Hyderabad Uppal is one of the venues shortlisted for the World Cup. This kind of behavior will be very appalling indeed. So, still going with the Hyderabad win? You had picked Lucknow, right, to win?
Yeah.
I'd gone with
Hyderabad,
Sticking with it.
Still sticking with it. Okay. So, we'll be back for the match end and also building up to the Northern Derby, Delhi versus Punjab. So, from me, Harshad, Gargi and Rahul, see you for the match end now. Bye-bye.